I'm Daemonxel, and this is your Eve Echoes Community News, where we take a deep dive into all the happenings of the week. But first, if you can tag that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video, then of course you can stay up to date with everything we do here on the channel. Now, I know I talked about in my last video, not the big news video, but the smaller one that came out about the Cambot. I know I've been working with the new job, and I've been working on the news video, and I said it was going to be coming out, but that's old news right now. We're talking about 3 weeks ago. I want to talk about what's going on right now. Now, the stuff that did happen 3 weeks ago, I'm going to release in a separate video, kind of like a documentary about the whole thing going on between Tuna and Mate. We're going to talk about that in a separate video. Other things that happened over the last 2 weeks, as a quick takeaway, the war between the Bro Coalition and the Pack Coalition ended with the affectionate love of Captain Benzi's hat of power physically being given to Tahini and No as the prize of that war. So the seat of power now resides with No. But let's get into what's been actually going on recently here in Eve Echoes. And since we've been talking about No, that's where one of our stories begins. Because in a surprising departure, Dead Corporation, they've been around since day one. I know they were in Terran Federation with me back in the day when the game started. They have been part of No for a very, very long time, have now parted ways. So I did reach out to Run, the executor of No Please Stop, and asked exactly what happened, the fallout that precipitated to, break away these two organizations. Now, he said to me, after months of discussion between the executive team in No and Dead, we have decided to let Dead depart and go their own way. Dead is one of our oldest corporations in the Alliance, and we wish them the very best going forward. Unfortunately, they have gone through several restructures, pre and post Terran Federation, the merge with Legend, and the Dead we see today simply isn't as the one that joined us before, which has led to our relation growing apart. Now, major points of concern is, one, a negative attitude within Dead leadership about No, which has filtered down to their line pilots as well. Opinions counter to the Alliance leadership are always welcome, but consistent opposition that at times becomes disrespectful leads to division, and to remain the leading PvP organization within Eve Echoes, we all must believe and be unified as a group. 2. Lack of dependability and participation in Alliance activities. It's true that we have barely had any rules in No, and many corporations do their own thing. In fact, we encourage it. However, when shit hits the fan and we call on Corps in No, they show up strong because they believe. We have had issues with Dead following through on requests for the past year. Number 3, countless diplomatic issues. Purposeful inclusion of banned and spy accounts to Alliance, as well as repeated cases of blue-on-blue incidents, just to name a few. Now, if you are wondering what that is, there were a few blue-on-blue cap incidents where Dead did kill blue caps. But let's continue on. I have always advocated for keeping Dead and giving them as many chances as possible, even at times standing against other executives and founders' team. No other corporation has received as much preferential treatment as Dead. Even in the recent events with the blue-on-blue incident that led to a Yes Dread being destroyed, I have SRP'd it personally. We are a family here in No, and we look out for each other, but for that type of relationship to work, it requires both sides to mutually feel this way. It is a sad day for me, but I believe Dead will be better off elsewhere. We will do our best to keep this break positive. We will maintain our friendship even after they leave and help them with anything we can during this process. We still have a profound respect for Dead pilots and wish them all the best. And in closing, he states that we've pretty much supported and allowed Dead to do whatever they want, but it's clear they have their own agenda and has sadly outgrown No. Now, I was able to lock down Immortal Rage for more than 5 minutes to get a statement out of him, because if you've flown with Immortal, you know he's here and there, and it's kind of hard to just get a few minutes alone with him. But he did give me a statement on behalf of Dead of what's going on. He states, "Nothing but good things from No. Honestly, one of the best decisions our organization has ever made was joining No. As time goes on, change will always be inevitable. The way we used to play the game back then has changed dramatically, from gate camping K4 TAC RFZ to overtaking regions with fellow allied corporations. Lately, we have been very corp-oriented and have been grinding on getting the #1 spot in the destruction event. This obviously will cause issues to those who are interested and invested within sovereignty. The departure from No is only the beginning for us, and we all look forward to a prosperous future. Our pilots are pumped and ready to take on New Eden as a solo Merc organization." So those of you out there right now who are interested in hiring a corporation or a Merc team, you have a plethora to choose from, because it seems like everyone now is getting into the Merc business. Obviously, Dead has been in the Merc business because they've been a part of No for so long, but even entities such as Boop have basically stated that they are now out there for hire for PvP scenarios. It makes you think that maybe everyone eventually will be a Merc, and then who is going to be left to hire you? And since this is a game of conflict, let's move to a new war that is brewing in the region of Cash. This war currently is with the Coalition CIS against the Pack Coalition, or Void, OG, and ESCA. Now, if you are wondering who CIS is, don't be worried. I didn't know who they were either until it was spelled out for me. CIS is a Russian coalition, which is still smaller than Void itself, I'm told. And the members of this coalition include Yes, AAA Ad Astra, WGS, which I believe is Wild Geese, RSCP, which is Red Scorpions, and UF. Now, I am told that this is a war for the Cash region, and that they claim they have done over 1 trillion ISK in damages to the Pack Coalition. Now, I did reach out to leadership of the CIS coalition, but unfortunately I have not heard back from them currently. And if they do get back to me, I will obviously do a follow-up on their side of the story. However, one of their pilots did tell me that they did 1 trillion damage to Void and ESCA. I did reach out to members of the Pack Coalition for their side of the statement. First, I heard from a Moxon from Void, who tells me, "After Bro War, we came to terms with No and Brethren Court. Yes was not included in that. We had been working with Red Machine for several months on buying the rest of Cash to develop it with ESCA, and were blindsided by the name change and the immediate hostilities from Yes. Post-war, we offered Yes the option to stop defending Cash, and no escalation would take place, which they declined and declared war on Cash. This pushed us into immediate offensive mode, in which we deployed to Yes space and created many timers. They rallied all of their allies while we decided to keep it to ESCA and Void. Our plan was to use this as a practice on forward deployment and smaller scale CTA fighting with capitals. Once our first batch of hull timers came up, we found out that No were in a defensive pack from the Bro War, and they showed up in force to defend Yes. This changed our tune to more small gang harassment, since we were heavily outnumbered. We have a bit more time on our campaign and have killed quite a lot of stuff. We'll hopefully be coming to a peaceful close in the weeks to come." Now, I also reached out to Harry Sack of ESCA. Unfortunately, he did not get back to me with a statement on their behalf before the recording of this episode. But I did also reach out to Sandman of OG, who is also a member of the Pack Coalition. Sandman states, "We are fighting with them a bit, but not really a war from OG's perspective. They declared war on Cash, which included some ESCA and Void, and they said they were going to go after their structures. So Void and ESCA immediately declared war back on CIS and started removing their posses and etc. in, I believe, around the Aquarius sector. So far, I'm not aware of CIS having any real successful timers, none against OG that I'm aware of at least, and I know they have lost a handful of citadels and a bunch of posses so far. I wouldn't be too surprised if they killed 1 trillion across all of OG, Void, and ESCA in the past couple months. I'm sure it's a lot less than what Void and ESCA have done to them from what I've heard. As far as OG's involvement, it's been pretty much minimal. CIS roamed us for a few weeks and we smashed them every time, mostly Cosmic Hawk and some of his buddies, and we roamed them back. Nothing big structure related between OG and CIS so far though, and we haven't participated in any of the offensive timers or anything strategic that Void and ESCA have been doing to them in Aquarius. Now again, this is a developing story, so I will have follow-ups on this in the episodes to come. The community bids farewell to a long-time standing member. Michael JD of Silent Federation and recently of Mate has actually stepped down and left Eve Echoes. Now, I did have time to sit down with him for a few minutes to ask him a few questions, such as, looking back on your storied career, are there any highlights that particularly come to mind? And he said he guessed the key points is that he led the military, that the establishment of Silent, he led the military during the defeats of North, Fireflies, Pantheon, Genesis, Terran Federations, and established Mate, a multi-organizational cap hunting group that flew around New Eden killing caps all over. I also asked, is there any particular reason why you are leaving the game? Do you feel that the game is dying, or has the siren call of another game pulled you into its orbit? He states that the game is a massive attrition phase and that the devs have made no indication that they will work to curb the exodus either by advertising and bringing new players to the game or addressing the issues that made folks leave in the first place. I also sat there and questioned why I was playing in the first place. I joined Echoes because it was a fresh wipe of Eve. I enjoyed helping pay to win, build our empire and take the Federation executives through some tough times. But I just wasn't enjoying the daily responsibilities that come with running a massive organization. I also will be returning to EVE Online because it is better in every way. My next question was, do you think you'll ever return to EVE Echoes, or will you be joining the community in a new game? If there are players who would like to join you on your future adventures, where can they find you? He says that he will not. He will be giving away his assets and retiring the characters. Pay to Win and I reactivated Hull Warning, which is an EVE Online corporation in which all EVE Echoes players are welcome. We have 2 rules: leave the drama from Echoes behind and have fun. While we haven't fleshed out our long-term goals in the interim, we plan on participating in Faction Warfare, which is getting revamped in the new expansion coming to EVE Online. If folks want to find me, I will either be in the Gulag or the Tortuga Gaming Discord. Heck, they can always just DM me on Discord. In regards to the devs of Echoes, establish a CSM. Use the players who know and love your game. While the CSM isn't always listened to by CCP, it serves as a sounding board that, no offense to the content creators, do a better job of giving a baseline to what the pilots face daily. It also serves as a way to communicate with the player base without having to deal with the daily whiners and complainers who I'm sure blow your tickets all the way up. And my final question to Michael JD was, what advice would you give players thinking about trying Echoes for the first time? Find a group of friends and enjoy your time with them. The game's all about the relationships you build, not the empires you create, and most of all, never forget that it's only a game. It is always sad when we lose members of the community, whether they're taking a break or just putting the game down due to frustrations over choices by the developers. But it especially hurts when it is a member of the community with such a prolific past and a key component in a lot of the feature and key battles and history points of the game. And talking of history, remember, Michael JD did start that Discord server, the History of EVE Echoes. and I do believe he is on the search right now to turn that over to someone else to continue his initial work on the documenting everything that goes on in Echoes, key battles, key wars, stuff like that. So if you do or want to be a part of that, please do reach out to him and let him know. Now let's move into something for the game. A kill board, leadership board, kill bot, whatever you want to call it. We reported in the past that Axilius was no longer being supported for EVE Echoes, and that its creator PM Blue was moving away from Echoes and other games. However, he did recently reach out to me, and he made an announcement on his Axilius Discord. And as you can see, this is the first time there's been an announcement in several months on his Discord. His last one was all the way back in June. But this new announcement that hit the Discord the other day stated, "I happened to have a hospital visit the same day as I got the downtime notification and missed it. I will be giving someone my phone number so that they can contact me in the future in case this happens again. I will have the bot go back and read missed kill mails, but reposting them doesn't hurt either, since I am only having to go back 300 messages. My sincere apologies." Now, I actually reached personally out to him because I haven't heard from him for several months, and I was under the assumption, like everyone else, that he was done with Echoes. I flat out asked, "Are you still supporting Axilius?" And he says, "Yes, I will continue to pay for it regardless of Patreon support. Care Bears with Guns Leadership now has my in real life phone number. They can contact me anytime it goes down and that I don't notice." I say that, okay, most of the community believes that you moved on in another project, to another project, and that support for this bot was no longer being, was no more. And he states, "Unfortunately, I've had a crazy-ass life recently, so have not been able to work on it from a recently epilepsy diagnosis and more." So our hearts do go out to PM Blue for his health issues, and it is great news that Axilius is going to be worked on. It's going to be a key component moving forward. The support is going to be there. He also says that it's going to be going through 35,000 messages to try and catch up, and it should take a day or so for it to do all this. But he wants the community to know that if anyone has any questions, to send them to me, Daemonxel, and I actually now have his real phone number as well. So if you do have any questions you want me to ask PM Blue, I can get it out to them and get you guys an answer. Okay, with the new month coming in November, we are going to be seeing, a revisit to an old, what I call a whale event. Not so much big as the Neon Rain original event, but the Interstellar Bazaar. Now, I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to spill the beans on this, but you all know me, I just play it loose with the rules. So, that being said, they are bringing back the Interstellar Bazaar to the game come this November. Now, there will be tons of redemption codes like last few ones, so there's going to be some special items in the store that you can get with, like 10%, 20%, even 50% off some of these items with the redemption code. Now, they're giving them out to all content creators. Now, I know that's not so much community news, but the community aspect of this is for the first time, they are pitting content creators against each other. Now, what I mean by that is they state in this announcement to us, says, "To show our appreciation, the content creators with the best performance will be rewarded. It is an urgent invitation for upcoming events, and we are truly thankful for you all." So I don't know what that reward is, but we are basically going to be having our own codes with our own taglines, our code name. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be happening, but we were to give, our email, our Discord name, as well as a code word. If you're wondering, my code word is just my name, no spaces, Daemonxel. And when I get these, these redemption codes to get you guys prices off on future merchandise, I'm going to give them out because I don't really spend much in the game myself. So I will be giving out every single code that is coming to me. When they do come out, I'll figure out ways of getting it, but I'm most likely going to be giving them out randomly through Discord or through a video or something like that. But all I ask is if you are going to use my code, definitely use my code name, which will be Daemonxel. And then we'll all see what this prize is that they're going to offer. I know I'm probably not going to come in first, but if I do, I'm going to share it with you. You know what I'm saying? And since we just talked about it before, if you're wondering what the Tortuga Discord gaming server is, it's basically like the Gulag, except it was the Bro Coalition Pack server that they made for Brethren Court and No to coordinate text during the Bro Pack War. It's since then basically become a just gaming community. In fact, just this weekend on Eve Echoes Radio, they had Rep on there to talk about exactly the conversion from this server, what it used to be to what it is now. Now, I did get a message from Rep formally about this, and he basically states that Tortuga is a gaming community hub that originated as the coalition server for mercenary factions in Eve Echoes. Now that our war is over, I've purged the server and restructured it to be open to everyone. Think Gulag, but specifically to play other games and a little less roasting and spam pings. Now it serves as a platform for all sorts of gamers to collaborate and enjoy such games as Eve Echoes, Eve Online, Rust, League of Legends, Dungeons & Dragons, Valheim, Minecraft, Warhammer, and many more to be added. The server is set up so that all you have to do is select the game you want to play, and that will be all you see. Help me break down community barriers. Let's play some games together, whether it be a Not Purple Shoot-Up Fleet in Eve Echoes or a week-long Valheim binge. I'm a part of this as well, and it's actually a great server. It's a huge swath of the community, and it's just a great place to hang out and talk to other pilots that you may not have actually had contact with in your Eve Echoes career. But now that there's a community to service other games, it's great. You can just jump in from one game to another and just have a great time with friends. Now, if there is a game that you want to see represented on this Discord server and you don't see it there, you can always just DM Rep, and as long as there's enough support for it, they'll make a channel for it. So go on over there, have a great time. I'll put a link to the Discord in the description below. This episode's Corp Alliance Spotlight goes out to the Rebel Alliance. Looking for a change? Join the Rebel Alliance today. They are accepting pilots of all skill levels and playstyles to a friendly and cooperative environment with nullsec solve, discounted ships, and ship replacement program, PvP roams, cooperative PvE, industry, and more. The Rebel Alliance is a young organization, and joining now will give you the opportunity to shape it into the corporation you've been looking for. So grab your blasters and head down to Tenforus to sign up today. You won't regret it. And that brings us to what the fit. Now, to start off, I understand interceptor pilots decking out their ships. However, this is the first time I am seeing an integrated first-gen interceptor with them, though. You know, you usually hold off on putting those integrated rigs on, you know, in Type 2 interceptor, but to each their own. Next, some pilots love missiles, and it does not matter what vessel they are attached to, such as the case of this Daredevil with its 2 medium rapids and a smart torpedo, which should set as a reminder for everybody. Are you making the most out of your power grid? Next, some pilots fall in love with their small ship fits so much that they add them to other ships, like this Armageddon with its 3 small snubs and a medium rapid. Now, I know this could be situational, flying with some others to pop off, you know, small ships.
What the hell you think you're doing with that little shit? Stop it!
And lastly, now I've known one other person to fly this fit, and it was affectionately named the Missile Moo. And that's right, you've heard it. It's an Ashimu with missiles. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I can really say about this fit. So next time, if you kill something and it makes you scratch your head, whether it's a good fit, whether it's a bad fit, or just bizarre, send it out in and see if it can make the what the fit of the week. We're gonna move right into the big kills. And I know this video is late. I know we're going on 3 weeks now, but say la vie, you know, these are the kills to bring us up to date with everything that's going on. To start us off, we have No with a 10.6 billion Macarial kill. a 7.5 billion Vindicator kill, a 9.5 billion Rattlesnake kill, and a 5.4 billion Balgorn kill. Now dead, but they come in with 2 Balgorn kills, one at 11.9 and the other at 15.1. Red Sea makes the list, killing this 5.9 billion Balgorn with 2 destroyers. The Nomadic Nightmares give us a 5.6 billion Rattlesnake kill. Boop gives us a 5.5 billion Vindicator kill. Death Before Dishonor gives us a 12.6 Arbitrator 3 Covert Ops kills. Now, that thing's got to be rocking some T4 rigs. Now, the Brethren Court gives us a 16.8 billion Charon Freighter kill. Void sends in a 5.1 billion Vindicator kill. The Space Cows send in 3 Balgorns, one at 5.7, one at 11.9, the other at 5.5. A 11.3 billion Macario kill, a 5.8 billion Coveter 2 kill, a 5 billion Orca kill, a 10.1 billion Nightmare kill, and a 8.9 billion Vindicator kill. Mug sends in another RB3 T4 rigged Covert Ops ship at 11.8 billion. I'm sensing a pattern. They also send in a 7.6 billion Vindicator kill. Yes Alliance gives us a 5.6 billion Balgorn kill. 3 Macarios, one at 5.4, one at 6.7, one at 8.4. A 5.6 billion Rattlesnake kill. An 11.7 billion Vindicator kill. And a 14.6 billion Nightmare kill. AAA gives us a 17.2 billion Providence Freighter kill. A 9.7 billion Orca kill, a 7.7 billion Vindicator kill, 2 Balgorns, one at 7.8, one at 5.6, and a 5.4 billion Rattlesnake kill. Myth gives us a 16 billion Barghest kill. The Silent Federation sends in a 14.8 billion Balgorn kill, a 5.8 billion Vindicator kill, and a 5.6 billion Daemonxel 2 kill. And Union of the Free sends us an incredible T4 rigged Vindicator kill worth 20.5 billion. That's going to move us right into the cap kills of the week, or in this case, the last 3 weeks. Okay, we have a 72.6 billion Chimera killed by AOA. The Space Cows bring in a 37.2 billion Nidhogger kill. Yes gives us a Nidhogg kill of 45.5 billion and a Naglfar kill of 37.3 billion. No gives us 3 Nidhogger kills, one at 38.6, one at 36.7, and one at 34.2. A 40.5 billion Phoenix kill, a 31.1 billion Revelation kill. Also 2 Chimeras, one at 35.3, one at 35.9, and a 37.9 billion Naglfar kill. The Brethren Court gives us 7 Nidhogger kills, one at 34.7, one at 35.9, 37.5, 34.9, 35.9, 32.9, and lastly 36.7. Now, we move into the Rorqual kills because there have been a few over the last 3 weeks. That's right, AAA gets themselves a Rorqual kill worth 124.6 billion. Tuna duoed a Rorqual kill worth 53.3 billion. Now, I was told that they saw this person, they scanned him down to their war point, they logged off, then the Rorqual logged back in, and it basically couldn't do anything. Also, notice the large, not capital, micro warp drive. And last, a Rorqual of the week goes to Honk for a 47.6 billion Rorqual kill. Alright, next we're going to move into everyone's favorite section. That's right, your chance at winning a free Omega combo with a solo kill of the week. Now, we do break this into 2 different categories. We have Industrial as well as the PvP. Now, in the Industrial category, it's the top 10 kills that were submitted, as well as PvP. But let's start off. We have Airbus A380-800 with a 3.5 billion Orca kill. We have Dream with a 5.9 billion orca kill. We have the Liquor Bandit with a 6 billion orca kill. We have Fabinico with a 6.1 billion outpost kill. T-Check with a 6.2 billion Imicus Covert Ops kill. Reaper with a 6.6 billion Nereus High Mobility kill. Godlake's Sands with a 6.7 billion Terror kill. Cosmic Hawk comes in with a 6.956 billion Orca kill. Frosty Eyes comes in with a 6.979 billion Badger 2 kill. And the winner of this week's industrial kills goes to Adam Ant with a 7.6 billion Mammoth kill. Now, I am giving another industrial duo to Googly Eyes or Suspicious Eyes, I forget, but he's a member of Dead, and the reason he's getting one is because he soloed a 16.7 billion Charon Freighter kill. Now, I just didn't think that it would be fair putting that in the same category as everything else, especially since these are all the kills from the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. Moving on to the solo PvP category, we have Axel with a 1.3 billion Vigilant kill. Venom with a 1.4 billion Slasher 2 Interceptor kill. Kenobi with a 2 billion Slasher 2 Interceptor kill. Audrey Wolf with a 2.1 billion Prophecy kill. Guk Bazip with a 2.6 billion APOC Striker kill. With a 3 billion Rattlesnake kill. Ember Huntress with a 3.5 billion Stratios kill. Augie Oi Oi with a 3.8 billion Macario kill. And Ricanes with a 4.1 billion Macario kill as well. But finishing off in this category, and the winner of the combo, is secretly for Pirates, 10.5 billion Ashimu kill. So congratulations to the three of you guys that won your Omega combos. DM me on Discord, and I'll tell you how you can get your prize out to you. So I know this one's been a long coming, and we've all been waiting patiently, and my subscribers are dropping off like flies because I haven't uploaded a meaningful video in the last 3 weeks. But that's all going to change. This one's in the books, and I'm already working on the next episode, and you trust me, you won't have to wait another 3 weeks to see it. With that being said, have a great week, have a great weekend, fly safe, and remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front.